I'm Eddie Soriero, and I'm going to teach you how to tie a black tarpon bunny. I'm using a SC17 tarpon by Gamakatsu. It's a really thick, strong hook, really sharp point, and it looks something like that. Works really well for juvenile tarpon in the backwaters, up to about anywhere from a micro to 5 pounds, from all the way to a 30-pound fish. And gets really good hook penetration, and this is probably going to be one of the easier flies that I'll be showing you how to tie today. The materials that you're going to need are that SC17 hook, some black nylon flat wax thread, some black rabbit zonkers in the cross cut, so that way you can make a head on it. And then you're going to also need some black rabbit zonkers in the magnum cut, so that way you can make the tail. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to first start by wrapping the thread at the eye of the hook and making your way to the back bend. All the wrap should be nice and even, so that way you have no clump. And you cut your excess thread, and then you're going to grab your magnum cut of the bunny fur. It comes in a big piece like this, and you just want to get a nice looking portion of your of the overall bunny strip, and you're going to cut yourself a piece about 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches works just fine. And what you're going to do is you're going to take some of the fur off of the tip portion that you're going to be tying in, just so that way you don't have any fibers in the way, and it really gets a secure bind on the material. Make sure that's nice and even. And then you're going to tie that in right in that bend. And make sure that's nice and secure. So that way it looks like that. I like to add in a couple pieces of silver crystal flash to kind of just give it a little extra edge. I use about 2 pieces, and I'll bend those around the thread and come tight to the hook with it, so that way the crystal flash sits perfectly on top, right in the middle. And you're going to trim that to size, to length of the rabbit zonkers, so that way you got a little bit of flash in there. I was using a similar fly to this, but in a brown and gray natural color, and got slammed on a nice tarpon the other day. Okay, next step is you're going to get your cross cut, and you're going to get a nice piece of about 1.5 to 2 inches again, and you're going to cut that, and you're going to place that cross cut. See how it lays on its side, so that way the strip is on the top and then it goes down. That's so that way you can wrap it around your hook and make a nice head, and it'll make a nice plume when it goes through the water, instead of it being all going straight back with the strip. So you're going to tie that in, just the corner, so that way the fur is pointing back. Rabbit has very good motion in the water. It's a very fine fur, so it has a lot of movement. And after you tie in that piece of rabbit strip, you're going to bring the thread to right behind the eye of the hook. Then you're going to start wrapping your cross cut. Just wrap so that way you can overlap a very little bit of the actual leather strip, that's holding the fur. So that way it makes a nice, even, proportioned head. And like I said with the chenille in my other videos, you want something that's you can actually grab onto. You don't want it too short, because if it's too short, it's just not very easy to hold on to, and it just makes it more difficult. So after you do that, then you're going to secure the rabbit crosscut. Then you're going to cut the excess off. Make sure nothing's going over the eye of the hook. And then you're going to secure that really nice and tight. And you're going to make a little tiny, not a crazy thick, but a nice little ball with your thread. That's what I like to do. And then you're going to whip finish. Well, I was going to whip finish until the thread pulled out. Tie that in again. Whip finish it. Cut your excess thread off, and then I like to use a Loon Outdoors product. I tend to use this in most of my flies to finish it off, just because it really soaks into the thread and creates a nice finish for the fly. So you put that all around the thread, move it around with the tip of your bottle. And then get your UV light and harden up your product. Really want to make sure that's nice and hard because it's a little bit thicker ball. And there you have it. A black tarpon bunny. It works really, really, really well for tarpon. And it sits nice and flush in the water with really good movement. Got a nice plume when it hits the water and when it pulsates very well. And this hook is one of the best I've used for tarpon. But anyways, thank you for watching, and go subscribe on my YouTube page at Eddie Soriero. And go give my Instagram a follow. It's EDD_SOR. Thank you very much, and please continue watching.